One day after the worst Monday night performance I've seen all season between two quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble, an interception, and a fumble on the same play. We have Justin Herbert. I still don't understand what the big hoopla with Justin Herbert is. Nothing that I saw last night has made me say, Eureka! I finally get it. 12 for 26, 46 completion percentage, and people are singing the highest praise for Justin Herbert. Please make it make sense. Oh, but he played after getting hand surgery. Dude, I've seen Donovan McNabb play with broken ribs. I've seen Steve McNair play with broken collarbones. I've seen Brett Favre get stitched together and go out that following Sunday. Quarterbacks playing injured, nothing new in the NFL. Justin Herbert still in the prove it stage, if you ask me, but there's no question about last night's performance about Jalen Hurts. Very hard to say some glowing things about him or that offense last night. Let's be honest. And this is coming from an Eagles fan. Colin Cowherd today on the Herd took aim at one Jalen Hurts. Let's take a listen. Let's hear what Colin Cowherd had to say. Please like the video, subscribe, comment. What do you got, Colin?
All right, let's talk about a young man I like. But this was officially a bad day at the office.
Indeed.
Jalen Hurts, 4 picks and a fumble, and a passer rating slightly over 31. One thing, let's stop arguing about this. One thing that has become obvious for Jalen Hurts, he is a circumstances quarterback. If the O-line's perfectly healthy, if the offensive coordinator is great, if Saquon Barkley is having an amazing night or season, if the defense is number one like last year, he's really successful. Justin Herbert's doing it with no ifs. Some quarterbacks are hot air balloons. They're dependent on the weather. Justin Herbert and some quarterbacks are fighter pilots. Just give me the coordinates. I like Jalen Hurts. Intangibles, A++. But the Eagles have now lost 5 straight games when they asked Jalen Hurts to just throw 30 times. Just 30. Last night he had to throw 40 times and became the only quarterback to have 2 turnovers on 1 play. The Eagles have a head coach that is entirely dependent on offensive coordinators and a quarterback that's dependent on mostly a perfect setting. Last year's Super Bowl, Colin, oh, give me a break. They won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. This is a general manager, owner-first franchise. I've said this about Nick Sirianni. The top head coaches, Shanahan, we've seen Matt LaFleur do it this year, McVay, Vrabel, they can fix a broken side of the ball. LaFleur's offense was broken a month ago. Now it's great. We've seen Vrabel do this. The O-line's banged up. He can fix it in season. I don't think Sirianni can. I don't think that's who he is. I'm watching that game last night, and it hit me. It's hard to believe the positivity bunny didn't work. It didn't have a bigger impact. I thought that thing was a goofy reach. And I wonder about his future because Philly is like LSU football. They don't win. They don't care. No sacred cows with the Philadelphia Eagles. They've moved off Super Bowl winning quarterbacks and Super Bowl winning coaches. But I don't want to hear, I love Lane Johnson. But you got Saquon and that defense and Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. And yeah, A.J. dropped a pass. And I love so much about Jalen Hurts. But he's a circumstances quarterback if everything's lined up. That's not what Herbert was last night. Chargers had no business winning that game. That O-line against that Philly D, come on.
Colin, last night Justin Herbert threw for 46% completion. 46 completion percentage last night for Justin Herbert. I don't know how you can say anything good about either of the quarterbacks from Monday night, Colin. He completed 12 passes on 26 attempts. I don't know how you can say anything good about Justin Herbert either from last night. I don't know how, but yet you still managed to do that. This person makes a good point. If Josh Allen had help, you say that every week, Colin. If Joe Burrow had an average defense, if Lamar had wide receivers, Colin is spot on. And I can already see people getting upset over this clip. Well, how the turntables. Damn. Hurts went 11-6 in 2023 with the worst defense in the league, no standout running back, and a bottom fever OC, by the way. What did Burrow do last year under the same circumstances? Yes, Jalen probably had one of the worst games, but doesn't Herbert throw an interception in almost every game? How was his game versus Jaguars about 2 weeks ago? Exaggeration for clicks. Justin was handed the keys to the kingdom. Jalen had to earn his way and is still being questioned. If A.J. Brown catches a ball across the middle, there isn't a third pick and a win. Then there isn't a fifth pick because the game doesn't go to overtime. Yesterday's game was just bad watch. Bad quarterback play, both sides. Eagles defense, great defense. Defense looked sharp. Defense looked solid. But you knew the overreaction was going to come today. You knew there was going to be a large reaction based on how Jalen Hurts performed. And the Eagles are currently in a free fall. Let's call a spade a spade. 8-2, now 8-5. There's a real possibility out there that the Eagles go 10-7 and miss the playoffs. That's a possibility. The Eagles go 10-7, the Cowboys go 10-6-1. Eagles miss the playoffs. It's a possibility. They need to take care of business against the Raiders. That needs to happen. They need to win both games against the Commanders. They can't split against the Commanders. They need to win 3 of these next 4. They got the Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you think yesterday went down? Is there anything positive to say about either of those quarterbacks from Monday night? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you next time. Peace.